been dominating the global stage for the past few years, solidifying their status as one of the biggest girl groups in the world. While Jennie, Lisa, and Rose have each made waves in the Western music scene, dropping one international hit after another, the group's eldest member, Jisoo, has taken a noticeably different path. In today's video, we'll be diving into Jisoo's career, exploring why she is still seen as the least commercially successful and internationally recognized member of BlackPink. At least for now. Ready to get started? Let's dive in. Jisoo's journey started when she became a trainee under YG Entertainment in 2011. Under YG, Jisoo trained for 5 years before finally officially debuting with BlackPink in 2016. From the start, Jisoo was recognized as the group's visual, basically the role given to the member who best fits the strict Korean beauty standards. About these beauty standards, Jisoo told Elle Australia, "I believe that true beauty is a manifestation of your ability to love and care for yourself, but it's not limited to self-acceptance alone. You must be ready to accept and respect the things that set you apart from everyone else." When BlackPink exploded onto the global scene with songs like Kill This Love and Pink Venom, unable to speak English as fluently as her bandmates, Jisoo struggled to stand out to the international media as much as the foreign members, explaining, "I just don't talk much, because we have members who are much better at speaking English, so I don't really need to talk."
기본적으로 영어는 이제 잘하지, 아주 잘하죠.
아니요? 그냥 말을 안 해요, 잘.
그래도 사람이 노력을 좀 할 거 아니에요.
훌륭한 애들이 있고.
And when it came to BlackPink's music, Jisoo wasn't the rapper like Jennie, the powerhouse high-note belter like Rose, or the show-stopping dancer like Lisa. Instead, she was known for her classic elegance, deep voice, vocals, and calming presence, which helped balance out the group's high-energy image. However, despite being an irreplaceable part of the group and having earned a loyal fan base of her own, Jisoo's lines in BlackPink's limited discography have been pretty few and far between, to the great frustration of many, with Jisoo getting only around 19.4% of the lines overall from Whistle to How You Like That. When it comes to BlackPink's solo work, Jennie was the first member to go solo and has since worked with many different Western brands and artists like Dua Lipa, Doechii, and Dominic Fike, who all featured on her recent first full album, Ruby, which has quickly become a favorite of fans and critics, with even NME complimenting how Jennie has risen up as a fully realized artist who mixes defiance, vulnerability, and bold creative vision. Lisa, on the other hand, has also fully embraced her global appeal, working with countless Western artists and producers, and is even currently starring in the new season of the American series, The White Lotus, set in her home country of Thailand. And then there's Rose, whose solo music is heavily influenced by Western pop, with her solo releases, like the viral APT featuring Bruno Mars, making waves on international charts. A PT, for example, spent a whopping 12 weeks at the top of the Billboard Global 200. Using the global mainstream fame of BlackPink to their advantage, Jennie, Lisa, and Rose have all strategically positioned themselves in the American music industry. Jisoo, however, has taken a completely different approach, choosing to stay in the traditional Korean entertainment industry instead of pushing into the West. It's not that Jisoo lacks the talent or skill to go global. She's one of the most recognizable idols of all time. But when it comes to her career, Jisoo seems to want to protect her identity as an idol who works in the Korean entertainment industry without changing herself to suit the West. For example, while her fellow members were putting out their first solo albums, Jisoo made her official acting debut as the lead in Snowdrop, a highly anticipated K-drama and one of Disney Plus's first Korean-language productions. Set during the 1980s in Korea, Snowdrop gave Jisoo the ideal first role and a perfect chance to show off her acting chops. However, while many loved her performance and her on-screen chemistry with co-star Jung Hae-in, the drama itself wasn't without controversy as it was called out for seriously misrepresenting the political turmoil of the time and the historical events. After Snowdrop, Jisoo's acting career has only been on the rise, especially with her latest project, a zombie romance series titled Newtopia, which is currently airing and was written by Jin, who you might recognize for having written A Shop for Killers, and Han Jin-won, known for penning the Oscar-winning movie Parasite. The drama has been met with widespread love from K-drama fans for its fresh take on the genre, blending action, horror, and a touch of romance. On top of that, Jisoo's been cast in the upcoming Netflix adaptation of the popular webtoon Boyfriend in Demand, starring alongside K-drama favorite Seo In-guk. In addition to her work on screen, Jisoo has been constantly solidifying herself as a major player in the fashion world, becoming Dior's global ambassador and one of the brand's inspirations. Just recently, Jisoo stole the spotlight at the Louvre Grand Fashion Dinner. Even with A-list designers, top models, and Hollywood stars in attendance, Jisoo was still one of the most talked-about guests of the night. So, as we can see with Jisoo's growing acting career and her reputation as a powerful person in fashion, Jisoo is undeniably famous outside of BlackPink. But as I said, while Jisoo has been making moves in the K-drama world, the rest of the BlackPink members have been killing it with their solo music careers. Lisa taking over Southeast Asia and the West with her girl crush anthems, Jennie growing her star power and gaining the respect of the global music circles, and Rose showing off her songwriting skills, inspired by her friend Taylor Swift. So, when Jisoo finally dropped her solo debut, the single album Me, many expected that it would also be a global hit. However, the song's Western streaming numbers were noticeably lower than her fellow members. Despite pulling in fewer numbers, Jisoo's solo album was a huge success in South Korea, where it shot to the top of the charts. Rolling Stone described the song, saying that it's a sophisticated track with a staccato, Latin-tinged melody and Caribbean-inspired percussion. Flower feels instantly familiar, yet unlike anything else on the radio at the same time. Despite the difference in Western streaming numbers, Jisoo's solo career was off to a strong start, and fans were eagerly looking forward to what she would be releasing next. After her successful solo debut, you can just imagine the excitement among K-pop fans when Jisoo released her brand new album on Valentine's Day of this year, titled Amartage, along with its super catchy lead single, Earthquake. Successful on Western TikTok with Earthquake, Jisoo is proving that she can make waves with her signature K-poppy style and Korean lyrics. Becoming Jisoo's first song to top the US Billboard World Digital Songs chart, the success of Earthquake just goes to show how Jisoo's global presence has grown since founding her own label, named Blissoo. NME said of the song, Earthquake gives Jisoo's voice room to bloom. The richer production enhances her vocals, making up for raw power with warmth and texture, allowing her delivery to feel more assured and expressive compared to her solo debut song. While Billboard wrote about the album, the BlackPink superstar delivers sonic surprises, confident vocals, and radio-ready tracks to prove her global pop star status. What's more, Jisoo's recent global deal with Warner Records leads us to wonder what's waiting in the future. Jisoo's career has always followed a different path when compared to the rest of the BlackPink members. While Jennie, Lisa, and Rose have actively pushed into the Western market through their solo music, Jisoo has stayed rooted in the Korean entertainment world, making her seem, from the outside, like the least commercially successful member since she hasn't expanded like the others. But does that mean Jisoo's losing out in the long run? Not necessarily. With her own label and her deal with Warner Records, Jisoo is growing bigger and bigger every day. Plus, with everything she's got in motion, it all begs the question, could Jisoo be on the verge of becoming the next big it girl that we'll be seeing everywhere? Where do you think Jisoo is headed in the next few years? Do you think she'll be diving headfirst into acting and putting music on the back burner? Or do you think Jisoo and her K-pop music is coming for the global charts? Let me know in the comments section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more.